Oh,
Well,
man.
that's saying something.
It is a pretty strange conversation, that's for sure. The nut hammock.
I think I'm going to pass that.
Yeah, somebody should.
I'm going to do that.
Just remember to keep it nice and airy, so you're not also, making the target smaller when you tinkle.
I mean, if you sit down on the toilet and pee as a guy, and you're never mind, and your beans already splashed down in the water, you're in trouble, dude. You're in trouble.
To be honest, I'd rather have the shit splashed down in the water if I'm taking a piss sitting down than if I'm taking a shit or having diarrhea. You're talking about fucking shower time after that, dude.
Just turn down the AC, right? Just keep it a little cooler in there. You should be fine.
There you go. All right, we got real solutions.
Rigby's over there thinking, "Wow, there's some kind of medical problem if that happens."
And of course, make the hammock adjustable, depending on,
You already got a patent ready for this fucking thing. It's like,
Oh no, it's totally on track.
yeah, she's got the fucking schematic all worked out and everything.
We're going to see if there's a market for this. This might be a moneymaker, guys.
Taking on that TV show, what is it, The Bull or something like that? What is that
No,
show
it's
called?
Shark Tank. Yeah,
Shark Tank, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine whipping your sack out there on Shark Tank and getting like a toilet with a cam in it, an internal cam, and saying, "Look, this can really happen." Can you imagine those people?
Like two hard-boiled eggs and like a sock.
I thought you'd use like the plastic balls that guys put on their pickup trucks.
There you go. Something to get a visual idea of what's going on.
Oh yeah, the bull balls, whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dave, I'm begging you, don't edit this out when you put it on the YouTube.
I'm not. I'll just let it go. This is pretty good.
Let's get started this motherfucker. I wonder if nut hammock is.
let's see if there's one in the player's handbook, or like what Franisek has, a folding boat, a folding nutsack rest.
Now after all of this, Francis goes black screen.
Oh yeah, he's like, I got to get off of here. His wife stepped into the wood. His wife stepped into the room probably.
Am I back now? Can you guys hear me?
You can hear you.
Yeah, but I can't see you.
Okay, yeah.
You went black for me, but now I have Lord. That's weird.
Yeah, I dropped internet for a second there, but it looks like I'm.
It went black, and now I can see Rigby. It's strange.
Yeah, it just isn't working
sit here
right.
and check for traps. So
We're cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fantasy Grounds working.
That's right.
Everybody, we have fantasy grounds. We're good to go.
Well, it's good to
I'll
see
be
you
a little
guys
late.
back. All right, see you, Bannock. Good to see you guys back. It's good to see your guys' smiling faces and good to hear your voices. And wow, this is our first game of the year, huh? Wow. Sucks when nothing goes your way and you're feeling bad and stuff. All right, so let's get going, shall we? Wow. Anybody want to give a recap? Anybody remember what happened last time? A month ago?
A bit sketchy, but I think Ass has got the recap last time.
yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be a fun one.
Get our self-introductions out of the way and let Ass regale us with the events of times of yore. Alright, this is Wee Willie here. I play Nyx, the nascent demon lord, just barely containing the bursting energies within myself. And pass it over to Miss Scarlet.
Thank you. I'm Miss Scarlet Nitz. I will be playing Vivian, the Wood Elf Forest Druid. And I'll pass it to Frantisek, who just came back on my screen.
And I'm gonna have your top
I'm
off
back.
by the end of the
I
night.
am check for traps. I'm playing Frantis, a light cleric of Lathander.
Hello, everybody. I'm David, and I'm your humbled dungeon master for tonight. And my ball sack touches the water as I take a pee. Lord, ever you.
Lord smiles like he has that problem.
Yeah, he does. It's called the Belgian dip.
Really? Let Lord
sorry.
go last because he's got the recap.
Rigby, here are you?
Get their shit up.
Hey guys, I'm Dragon Bait. I'm playing Rigby Ford, the level 5 Mastermind Rogue, also known as the Bathhouse Bandit.
And I'm Tyr, who plays the much often put upon paladin of the group, and also the lone black square on the stream because my camera apparently doesn't want to work with Roll20 for some reason or something. I don't know.
Good to see everybody. And who's this last person named Krusk?
I'm Lost Blood Assets in chat. I play Krusk, and let me tell you guys, so what we did last time.
I love Lord. He's so awesome.
When the rest of the group came back from fighting the dragon, they had to perform a show in town, and we were preparing for it all by decorating the theater and getting some stuff. And well, when we came back, I saw a dunk tank with a small guy who was playing me, and like I tried to throw a pebble to get him in to dunk him, but it didn't work. So I bought myself like 3 tries. First one I missed indefinitely. I hit a woman who fell over her stand with all puppets of us all.
Yeah, you knocked her wig off.
Second one I hit dead on, but it didn't budge. So I thought it was fake, and I just took my hand axe and I collapsed the whole rig.
He was high and dry till you got a hold of him there, Lord.
Yeah.
He was badgering you pretty good.
Guy couldn't swim. Then we had the show. I was doing the lights, but it was a good show. Only at one time Vivian went away when she transformed.
Yeah.
And after the show, there was some commotion outside.
Matt's character got raped by some big chick out in the audience. Remember that?
Oh, yeah!
Push-ups
yeah.
with a fat chick. So one of those guys did push-ups with bitches on the back.
No.
Oh, that was what's his name again?
That was our other barbarian.
Yeah.
That was before I made like a bird and flew the coop.
Yeah. It was Wrathgar.
But
Because he was AFK. He wasn't there, so sorry about that.
after the show was done, there was some commotion outside because there was a big name of what got the name?
Vaughn.
The farm is the Bathhouse Burger with all the pictures changed to Navon's face.
Yeah. Yep, that was good.
Burgle strikes again.
And then we went back into the tower, and we ended with me spotting an ancient dragon with dwarves underneath him.
Yeah, he was holding on to 3 dwarves in each one of his
And that's when
towns.
And that's when I sounded my horn to alarm the rest.
That's right. You did sound that horn, didn't you? I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
That racket, Krusk. I can hardly hear myself think with that damn horn blaring of yours.
That was a hell of a blow from just one person.
Must be well practiced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time when I was young.
He's like 13 now, reminiscing about when he was young.
You guys are so awesome.
Short lifespans, Rigby. I'll never understand it. That commotion, though. Let's go investigate.
Yeah, so I remember that Krusk was the one that was on. You know, he was on basically on watch during this time, and he had, you know, noticed this huge silver dragon, you know, gliding through the clouds, you know, circling the tower. Oh, you guys remember what this cloud tower looks like, right? Let me show you guys. You guys remember that, right?
Whoa!
Yeah. So
Like
good.
Final Fantasy CG cutscene there.
I love it. Yep, that was
So
good.
awesome.
Thanks. So this silver dragon was basically flying around the tower. This tower doesn't travel at a very fast speed anyway. Zephyros seems like he's a pretty slow giant anyway. So, you know, the giant flew closer, and that's when you could tell that there were some armored dwarves that were clutched in each talon. And there were 3 dwarves in each talon. So, as you were, you know, sounding your horn, blasting your horn off there, Krusk, the 6 dwarves were basically thrown onto the clouds, you know, outside of the tower, and then the dragon flew up. You could hear a lot of screeching and whatnot coming from the top of the tower where the nests were with all of the griffins were. And you could see a couple of the griffins fly off as you were on watch as well, Krusk. So it looks like the dragon flew into the nest up top. So, this is where we're at. The dwarves are outside. Krusk, I'm going to share the map. Why don't you go, Krusk, put me where you would be looking out on watch. Put on the map where your token would be. And everybody else, you can, you know, put your tokens inside of the map to where you would be.
Oh, Dave.
You're hiding under the
I
table?
would be just right on the edge of the
Okay.
tower.
Sure.
You're chilling with Sephiroth.
Thank you guys for the follows. Totally appreciate it. Here's also what Zephyros looks like, if you guys forgot what he looked like. The silver fox of Cloud Giants.
I just picture Snoop Dogg when I think of it.
Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion? Alright, I got you. Gregan, thank you very much for the follow. Astron, thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. Alright, so where you're at, I'm going to approve of your guys' moves.
Dave, where am I?
You should be on the map somewhere, right? Aren't you?
Where?
There you go, I'll put you down.
There
on
I
the
am.
map.
I see our cheerful cleric now.
So I'm going to take this token off. I think I took the wrong token off. So I've got all of the correct tokens on there. Everybody's able to move their tokens. Okay. Now, where you're up sort of on like a stand, basically doing watch. Now you notice that and you guys are inside. You guys can't see this. You notice that 3 dwarves land over towards the left of you, and 3 dwarves land to the right of you, and they all land out of sight. But you can see that they're, you know, being hurled through the air, and you know they're doing these tumbling rolls on the clouds and whatnot because they're pretty dexterous dwarves. So they're let loose by the dragon. The dragon flies up top. You can see that several of the griffins fly off that were in the nest up top, and you don't see any dwarves because of where you're at. You don't have a vantage point to where you can see them, Krusk. So, a couple of minutes go by. I'm going to let you guys have a round to prepare what you want to do. So, what do you guys think?
Russ, what's going on out there?
That's my first reaction.
There are 6 dwarfs that came in. I don't see them at the moment, but there are 6 dwarfs that land on the cloud and the dragon. I think he went upstairs with the griffins because I saw griffins flying off.
They did. You had seen the silver dragon. You know, the silver dragon had flown around the castle a couple times before, you saw the griffins take off and whatnot.
Dwarves. I just can't get myself excited about dwarves, Rigby. Let Krusk handle this.
Yeah, Krusk is more than capable of taking this one.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa.
What was that?
That was a dragon, I think.
Yeah.
It sounded very draconic. Go ahead.
This is probably not good, guys. What is a dragon doing here?
Go outside and see what Krusk is up to.
How big was it?
What kind of
color was
dragon, Russ? Yeah, what color?
A silver one.
Well, silver are usually good. I don't know. What's going on, guys? Dave, would I know why a good dragon might be attacking this giant? Like with a history check or something like that?
Sure. You can give me a history check. This is what you had seen the silver dragon, Krusk. I mean, this was definitely a large silver dragon.
Yeah.
All right, so Frantisek, the only thing that you know is yes, they are more of a dragon that is on the side of good, and Draven, you would know this as well, and you're kind of wondering why. Well, you're not really wondering why because first off, you know that dragons and giants don't get along in the first place. Lots of wars, big wars in the past with dragons and giants. So that could be something. But with the dwarves, you're really not too sure. So there's something definitely that needs to be figured out. Because you're kind of you're kind of wondering why would a good... So, obviously, if you think about it, the dwarves have to be good as well. Because there's no way that giant would, work with dwarves that were not good. So, you got to figure out what's going on.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. And explain to everybody what Sanctuary does again.
Sanctuary prevents anyone who wants to attack the target of the Sanctuary spell has to make a Wisdom savings throw, or they have to choose another target. So it basically prevents people from attacking me, assuming they fail Wisdom savings throws. And of course, I can't attack them or do anything to harm them, but it'll keep me safe. And that's kind of how Frantisek rolls.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna cast.
Else.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself, and then I'm gonna go to the door and yell out, "Parlay, parlay."
I like it. I like it. All right, so you can move up to the door. I will allow you to do so. In fact, I will move you up there myself. All right, so it looks like Nyx wants to move. All right. So as you're getting to the anybody else want to do anything? What about you, Vivian? Rigby? Krusk?
I'm gonna move up front.
But not too far.
Okay.
I'm just staying at the door, but I'm not going like outside or something.
Okay.
We've got to hold the door.
So as you look outside, Right, there is a lone dwarf that is standing outside of the door. A male dwarf. And he is standing there. He has a great sword that he has kind of spiked down into the clouds. And as you open up the little door, Frantisek, and you yell, "Parley, parley," he says, "My name is Dana Ungart, and I am here on behalf of my queen, Queen Dagnabet of the Mithril Hall, and I am charged to dismantle this flying cloud castle and to bring back the cloud giant in charge to go on trial for destroying smaller towns and villages throughout the lands. Do I have any kind of confirmation of a cloud giant being in this castle?"
Well, you do, Sir Dwarf, indeed have found a cloud giant, but this
And what is your
not what we're looking
name?
for.
You do not
I'm
look like a
Frantisek,
cloud giant.
Lathander.
Okay,
I am Frantisek,
Frantisek.
priest of Lathander. We have met this cloud giant who seeks others of his kind who have been terrorizing various villages and towns. Recently destroyed the town of Nightstone by Waterdeep. This is not the giant who is responsible for those assaults.
What is the name of the giant or the lord giant of this castle, if I may ask?
Zephyros.
He breaks out his little Rolodex, and he's flipping through his pages, and he flips over a couple pages, and he pulls out a writing utensil. Actually, that's attached to the leather-bound little small journal that he has, and he starts writing in, and he says, "Zephyros, that is with the Z," and he's writing it down, and he says, "We've had about 15 to 20 attacks over the last 10 days, and we have been commissioned by the Queen, as I said, Queen Dagnabet of Mithril Hall, so there's no confusion. And we're supposed to dismantle these floating cloud castles and bring them in for trial. So where has this Zephyros been the last 10 days?
I'm sure he will grant you an audience and speak for himself. But the way you've assaulted this tower, please let's speak, or rather than fight at this moment.
There is no assault, my friend. This is just pure law.
Well, then I will speak to Zephyros and see if he will grant you an audience, and then I'll kind of turn and kind of motion for someone else to go tell Zephyros what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm the one with the sanctuary spell, so I'll stay up.
Oh, Zephyros, I stroll back up. It appears these dwarves are
Yes?
under the impression that you are the one responsible for dropping these rocks on all these towns. Something about lots of attacks in the past 10 days, and I know for a fact that we've been riding in this cloud tower for I don't know how many days now. I know it's more than 5.
Yeah, you guys have been in for, actually, this is day 10, actually.
I know we've been on this tower for going on 10 days now, Zephyros, so this is a blatant falsehood. Maybe you want to explain yourself to these people. They've got a dragon out there.
He just kind of ponders for a second while he's at his throne, and he takes a bunch of air in. So what do you think we should do, small folks? Little ones? Should we let them in?
On the side of law and order, I don't think they mean to harm us unduly. So yeah, let's have an audience with them, Lord Zephyros.
Well, I suppose, as he speaks very slowly, I guess, Master Nix,
Have a seat, yeah.
you may let them in. And he just kind of sits back down at his table and on his
Who's at the
throne.
curtain here? I think I see Rigby at the curtain, right? Rigby, I kind of get motion. Tell him to come in, Rigby.
Alright, guys, Zephyros has agreed to talk to them.
Yeah, good dwarf. The Zephyros grants you an audience. Do come in, and I'll sling my shield to the side, very non-threatening, and I'll lead the dwarf through the audience chamber.
And I'm gonna stand right at the inside.
Okay. All right, so everybody place your tokens where you're going to go ahead and move. I'll give you guys one round of movement. The dwarf comes in, and he stands right in the area in front of Zephyros. And the dwarf, remember he introduced himself as Dana Ungart from the Mithril Hall, and he goes in and does his spiel again to Zephyros. And Zephyros says, "My friends here can vouch. We have been traveling from Nightstone to Bryn Shander. There was from my fellow Cloud Giants. Yes, I know that the Cloud Giants have been attacking." And he goes on to explaining remember how there's been a fallout in the ordnance also of the Giants, and how the caste system is in a mess. So he's explaining to this dwarf, and the dwarf, he's listening and he's taking notes. He's writing these notes down in his journal and whatnot. And as Zephyros finishes, he says that, "Well, I'm sorry, my friend, but unfortunately, I have to follow the laws of the Mithril Hall and my queen, and you're going to have to come in for at least questioning, and we are going to have to dismantle the orb that you have that controls this castle." Now,